Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Bengt. Welcome back to another video. We in the car with this one. Hopefully the audio's not too bad. I'll try my best to edit it, but my car's being super noisy. It's hot, it's spring. We've had like super high temperature weather the past couple days. So my engine's been running hot and the car is threatening to blow up on me. But anyways, I want to make this video today talking about how you cannot force people to change. And I'm gonna break down some of the toxic things that I've done in the past with people and with relationships, and just why it never works out. And the main principle, the main thing to understand, the biggest takeaway is, you cannot want somebody to change more than they want to change themselves. You can't force change onto people, no matter how hard you try. You can never really instill that same level of motivation or commitment or understanding that you have into them. They really have to want to have it change it has to come from within them, right? And this can be seen with people that are unhealthy, or even people that have addictions to substances and stuff like that. Most addicts will go through 2 or 3 withdrawals and relapses. And it's typically speaking, those people don't quit because they didn't want to quit. You know what I mean? I've experienced that myself. I've smoked nicotine on and off for years. And it's I use it when I'm at a period of life where I want something, I want that buzz, you know what I mean? I want something just to feel different. And then as soon as I'm I'm done with this, I quit and it's done. But I can drop those substances or those habits or those addictions relatively easily because I don't want them in my life anymore. So it's easy for me to just say no. Whereas for some people, if you ask them to quit, or you ask them to change a habit, or you ask them to change a behavior, for them, it's they don't want to. If that desire, if that urge to change was within them, they would already be doing those things differently. You know what I mean? So you can't force your way of life. You can't force your way of thinking onto other people. And this is something that I'm super guilty of, is when I meet people, whether it be a girl, a guy, whatever, a friendship, an acquaintance, or intimate relationship, one thing that I've tried or have fallen victim to by my own doing in the past is projecting an alternate version or a dream version of somebody onto them, and thinking of people as projects. You know what I mean? That's super fucking, you can't do that. It's not fair for them, and it's also just gonna be emotionally devastating for you, because you're gonna be set up for this relationship where you're constantly being disappointed. And when you are trying to project your ideal version of somebody onto them, it puts a lot of stress and pressure on them. It makes them feel unworthy. It makes them feel like they aren't good enough the way they are. And it also makes you feel perpetually disappointed that they aren't living up to the standards and expectations that you have for somebody. So my biggest piece of advice, my biggest takeaway that I can give you is that if people are not in the ideal condition for you to be connected with them in any way, whether that be romantically or in business or whatever, understand that, when you look at people, generally speaking, what you see is what you get. And the likeliness of somebody changing dramatically is very slim. For most people to significantly change their habits, their routines and behaviors, it's going to take a cataclysmic, life-altering event to really, really shake them out of their routine, to shake them out of their programming, their hardwiring. And most people just aren't willing to do that. And it really does take some really powerful outside force to get them to shift their perspective on anything, to get them to change anything. Most people are totally content with being comfortable, and they're not going to accept change very easily. In fact, they're going to run from it and avoid it. So as soon as people in your life start to see you as the person or the thing that's trying to initiate change, naturally they're going to run from you as well. So something that's really difficult obviously with relationships and stuff, it's like nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's gonna be 100%, the exact thing that you were just looking for. Everybody has flaws. Everybody has things that they could improve on and work on and be better at. But generally speaking, you need to set a tolerance level for accepting what you're willing to accept, and not necessarily being disappointed or upset with people when they aren't willing to do certain things. But again, kind of to circle back here and reiterate this fact, if somebody wanted to change, or if somebody had any intention of changing, they'd already be doing the things, already be showing signs or progress or initiative towards that change. So when you're in a relationship, whether it be physical, intimate, in a romantic sense, or in a business or friendship, understand that you can't change people. And if they wanted to change, they already would have. And if you're trying to be the person that changes people and views them as projects and projects your ideal version of them onto them, you can't want something for somebody more than they want it for themselves. And you have to be willing to accept that. And remember that when dealing with women or dealing with other people, what you see is what you get. And that's really it, man. You got to make an assessment, make a judgment call on if that person's right for you. And honestly, in my experience, I've kind of reached that point where I'm like, look, I've been the person that has changed for other people, and I've also been the person that has tried to make other people change for me. And both situations are just so emotionally draining that by the end of it all, you're like, fuck this, man. Like, I don't know what was I trying to do all that for anyway? Like, it really is like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But at the end of the day, understand that you are the individual, and you're really in no place or position to try and change anybody's life other than your own. So, my advice for you guys out there that are, maybe in dealing with a situation like this with women, or even just in business or anything really, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Focus on becoming the version of you that doesn't tolerate or doesn't attract people that are less than what you would consider, the standard for the types of people that you want to associate with. And that's something that I've realized, you know what I mean? Like, through having some poor relationships with women and also with business partners and stuff like that, I've realized more so from dealing with them that there's things that I need to improve on for myself. And it's no fault of theirs why things didn't work. It's really just for me, it only was a mirror so I could look back at myself and recognize the things that I still need to work on, so that I can be in a position in life where not only am I content with the version of myself that I am and with the life that I'm living, but also so that I can be in a position where I'm attracting the people that I don't feel like I have to change, that I don't feel like I have to treat them as a project, or they'd be great if this, and this were different. That's the type of shit you need to avoid. It's never worth it, and is only gonna leave you drained mentally, emotionally, and probably spiritually as well. So yeah, that's the end of my little rant, my TED Talk. Hope you guys got some value from that, and maybe if you can relate, hopefully that helped a little bit. I'm gonna use this channel as really an opportunity to kind of just do more stuff like this. I wanna make longer form, hyper edited content, but at the same time, these quick videos on the go is what I can afford to do with my time right now. So, hopefully you guys don't mind me just kind of getting in the car and ranting for a little bit, because until I have the appropriate time budget and, can get studio gear and stuff like that to really create a formal video setup and, have time to edit and all that, bro, for me, I just want to be able to hit record, hit upload, and then it's done. If the people that are attracted to these videos find them useful, all I really pray for, all I really hope for is that the information or the experience that I can share from my life, the people that need to see it find it, and that's all I really ask. That's all I really hope for. So if you guys resonated with that, you're a real one. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, or maybe comment your experience with trying to change or changing people or changing yourself. and let me know how you guys feel about that. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you have a blessed day. Much love. Peace.